So is now a good time to become an owner operator? The million-dollar question. Well, I can't answer that question for you. What I can do is I can show you 4 pay statements. 2 of them of company drivers, 2 of them of owner operators that are working in our fleet. I have chosen 2 company drivers that ran the same amount of mileage as the 2 owner operators, and they primarily run the same miles. So how much money do these company drivers make versus how much money do these owner operators make? We'll first do company driver number 1 and compare it to the owner operator number 1, and then we'll do company driver number 2 and compare his pay to owner operator number 2. So let's get to it. I do have a couple of owner operators here with second and third trucks, and one of them has agreed to allow me to share their pay statements here. So make sure you are a subscriber to this channel, so when I create that video, you'll get notified on how much money can drivers make with passive income owning a second truck. All right, so our company driver number 1 drove 6,173 miles. Okay, this driver gets paid 62 cents per mile. He's working in the van reefer division. Some of the mileage that he drove is Minnesota back to Ontario, and then he does Wisconsin to Ontario, round trip to Illinois, and then another round trip to Indiana. You can pause this video and look over all the mileage that he drove. He also did one trip to New Brunswick and Nova Scotia, came back to Ontario. So a total of 6,173 miles. This driver grossed out $4,232 in 15 days. He does get his vacation pay. We pay out vacation pay every pay period. We don't hold on to it. And then this driver has health insurance and protection plan, and he also has his payroll deductions. So he was able to net $2,923. Now we'll compare this company driver, and I have chosen an owner operator with almost the same amount of mileage. So this owner operator had 5,986 miles. He does get paid $1.55 per mile, and our fuel surcharge is at 46 cents per mile is what drivers get paid right now in fuel surcharge. So he was able to gross out $12,033 as an owner operator. He does have reimbursements for his tolls, his scales. Driver does have disability insurance, health insurance, buy down insurance, fuel Canadian, fuel US, and $130 in cash advance. So this driver netted $5,736. Again, this is a 15-day pay statement. So you are noticing here that there is no deduction for insurance. So we give our owner operators a full package with tolls, bridges, faxes, insurance, plates. Everything is paid for them. They get paid $1.55 per mile, and right now they're getting 46 cents per mile in fuel surcharge. So let's compare driver number 1 versus owner operator number 1. So we'll put the net figures on the below screen. $5,736 is what this owner operator did, and the company driver that did primarily the same mileage and the same amount of miles netted $2,923. So I did choose an owner operator and a company driver that have a little bit lower mileages. I didn't want to show you the big bang. I saved it for the end of the video. So now we're going to take a high mileager company driver and owner operator, and we are going to compare their pay statements. All right, so high mileager. So here we have a company driver that drove 7,690 miles. His rate per mile is 62 cents per mile. He does get an additional 5 cents per mile, so his rate is 67 cents per mile. Here is his pay statement. He was able to gross out $5,358. He has, I guess, a T-check expense. I don't know what that is, and his payroll deduction. So he probably took out cash advance from his fuel card, and he has a payroll deduction of $1,835. This driver netted $3,222 in 15 days. And now we have an owner operator that produced 7,588 miles. So very, very close to our high mileager. I don't even know if that's a word. High mileager truck driver, but this is a high mileager owner operator. So he was able to gross out $15,328. So there's his mileage pay and his fuel surcharge, minus all his deductions, which is the disability insurance, the buy down insurance, fuel Canadian, fuel US. This owner operator took home $8,830 in 15 days. Is this enough for you to become an owner operator? I have no idea, but let's do a recap. So we have our 4 drivers, our driver number 1 versus our owner operator number 1, and here's their mileages, and here is their net pays. Here is our company driver number 2 versus owner operator number 2. Now, during a recession, as you all know, freight rates are down right now, and a lot of owner operators with their own authorities are starting to jump on board with larger carriers because insurance is high, freight rates are low, people can't seem to make ends meet, interest rates are through the roof, and I'm seeing more and more of this. For those of you company drivers out there that are thinking of becoming owner operators and are wondering what do owner operators make sure you take this video into account. Here are some of the pay statements from our drivers of what they make, just so you can compare. And if you haven't seen the tanker versus flatbed pay comparison video, make sure you watch that video so you understand how much do flatbed drivers make versus tanker drivers, so you can decide which avenue you'd like to go. Pause. 1 second. Are you interested in being a sponsor for one of our next videos? Do you have a product, app, or service that can benefit our North American truck drivers that you'd like to promote on our channel? With over 125,000 truck drivers across 4 platforms, 8.5 million views in the last 12 months, let our channel bring your product to life. Send us an email if you're interested in sponsoring one of our next videos. And now back to that video. I'm Ronan, and this channel is all about trucking. And if you're not a subscriber yet, make sure you're a subscriber to this channel. You'll learn a lot from it, and there's some really, really cool playlists here. So I'll catch you in my next video.